if y'all didn't get a chance, I want Officer Jonah. Is it Soldier Jonah or Officer Jonah? Officer Jonah. If y'all get a chance, I want y'all to get this book. Now, you got a lot of the wide-nosed, big-lip Negroes who are upset about the Mexicans. So in this book entitled Origins of the American Indians, I want all you Negroes online to get angry with this book now. Joe, and I want you to open up to page 88, and we're just going to read what it says. I'm not even going to go to scripture to verify a point, which we've done many times. I want you to zoom in, cameraman, on the highlighted part. I'm going to read it. It reads, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar and of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their special ancestor. Now, get a Lord of hand. Get a Lord of hand for that thing. Get mad, Negro. You can get mad if you want. Get mad.
Now, that's beautiful.
Thank you, Jonah. Thank you.
Wow. Well, the price of that book has just went through the roof. Brothers didn't get a chance to get it yet.
Yeah, Bishop, you have to say that you did not write the book.
I didn't write the book.
You did not write the book.
I did not write that. You niggas make that up. Y'all wrote that? I didn't write nothing.
Lee E. Huddleston.
Yeah, because a lot of y'all want the white man to put a stamp on it.
Yeah.
Then we have shown you the white man did put a stamp.
And
that's what you want to hear.
These are concepts that came through from between 1492 and, look at it. Zoom in and see the second subtitle. European Concepts, 1492 to 1729. These were concepts that the Spanish put together through observation when they sent their Jesuit priests and the conquistadors followed behind them. But they knew that was Issachar down there.
So you know what this means? This is similar to the information that's recorded in that book, Lost Tribes in the Promised Land, where they tell you there's passages from passages of southern explorers of explorers of the southern United States, so they give the dates, meaning that book is a compilation of records.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what this is saying, the same thing. European concept saying the exact same thing.
And Ariel brought out these books we discovered later, way after Priest Ariel had came with the breakdown. We was like, oh shoot.
Right.
That's exactly what he was talking about.
Exactly. See, we're not stupid. We're not going to allow a simple Negro and his antics to make us believe that what we've learned is garbage.
Exactly.
The hell with you and the hell with your thoughts. We're going to deal with what the Most High said, and we're going to deal with what this Bible said. You can drop dead and suck wind.
Okay, now let me show you guys something real quick here. I have the exact same book that this Negro have, okay? It's called The Origins of the American Indians. European Concepts. Okay, concepts. All right, basically, you have different Europeans throughout this whole book here that have different concepts concerning who the Jews are, or where the 10 tribes are located, etc. But, however, the majority of the white men in this book here, they disagree that the Mexicans or the Indians are bona fide Israelites. They disagree. This Negro only went to one source, but let's start on page 87. Now notice, he did not start on page 87, okay? No, this Negro got slick and started on page 88. But I'm going to start on page 87. 87. Okay, the same man that he referenced, Vasquez, look what it says here. Vasquez used the Lost Tribes theory, a theory to buttress his Issachar theory. Okay, with a degree. It says with a degree of confusion resulting. It says Vasquez used the second Esdras. He used the Esdras story of the migration of the 10 lost tribes. Now, why this Negro, Nate, did not read this part here? It says that he used the Esdras from Second Ezra's story of the migration of the 10 tribes to show how the descendants of Issachar who were among the exiles, okay? But the Negro, he did not read this part. It says, could have got to America. It says, an event he dated at 739 BC. And then it says here below, it says, he did not explain the connection of Issachar with the Operites and seemed to be offering an alternative to the Issachar origin. Apparently, he was not committed to Issachar. You see, Nate, he did not read this part here. He said he was not committed to Issachar, but merely thought it most probable. Okay? But again, it says that near the top, it says he used the second Ezra's story of the migration of the 10 tribes to show how the descendants of Issachar who were among the exiles. So basically, this guy named Vasquez is basically using a theory, his own theory. But I'm going to show you what the nigger or the Negro, Nate, did not read, okay, as we continue on page 88. He did not read 87. He went straight to page 88.
Joe, and I want you to open up the page 88. Joe, and I want you to open up the page 88.
Okay, it clearly says that Vasquez used the Lost Tribes theory to buttress his Issachar theory. It is all a theory. Throughout this whole book, you have different European men, and the majority of them disagree that the native Indians are Hebrew Israelites. So he only referenced this one guy, but he did not read the whole thing. He did not read the whole thing. When it says he used the second Ezra story, okay, of the migration. And below it says again, he did not explain the connection of the Issachar with the Operites, okay, or Operites, and seemed to be offering an alternative to the Issachar origin. Apparently, he was not committed to the Issachar, okay? He was not committed. But now let's go to the next page. I'm going to show you what this Negro, Nate, did not read. He started near the bottom of page 88, but he did not start near the top. Look what it says here. It said the Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa. Okay? The Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa. Why did the Negro Nate did not read this part? And then it says, and thence to America. But it says that the Jews fleeing Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa. Now, why didn't he read this part here near the top on page 88? Okay, on page 88, the same exact page that he read from.
Joe, and I want you to open up the page 88.
Okay, but no, he started down here near the bottom. He did not read this part where it says that the Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa, showing you that they went through the Euphrates and they went to West Africa. Even he agreed that they went to West Africa. He got that part right. This white man named Vasquez, the same white man that Nate was quoting from. Okay, but you can clearly see Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa, and thence to America, But no, Nate, the snake, he started out reading right down here below.
I'm going to read it. It reads, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar and of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their...
Where he quoted, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar and of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their special ancestor. Okay, which is a theory. He didn't tell you that this is a theory by this guy Vasquez, and he did not read near the top. Okay, he only read this part here, where it says again, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar, and of the family of Issachar, which is a lie. But this is the part that Nate read here. He did not read the top of page 88, and he did not read page 87, where it says that he is basing his theory off of Second Esdras. You see how slick these snakes are? Like Nate. Why he did not read near the top where it says the Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through, it says through West Africa and thence to America. Okay, so he agreed that the Jews went to West Africa. He got that part right. This white man named Vasquez, he got that right. He got that part right when it says that they went through West Africa. Let me go back up to show you one more time. It says right here again, the Jews fleeing from Sennacherib about 700 BC through West Africa and thence to America. Okay, and thence to America. But he agreed that the 10 tribes went to Africa. Went to Africa because, like I said, when you go back to the page before, it says that he got this information off the Second Esdras theory. And I have the same book here, okay? The Origins of the American Indians. But I just wanted to show you guys how slick this Negro, Nate the Snake, is.
Joe, and I want you to open up the page 88, and I want you to open up the page 88, and I want you to open up the page 88, and I want you to open up the page 88, and I'm going to read it. It reads, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar, and of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their... I'm going to read it. It reads, the Mexicans are originally of the 10 tribes captured by Salmanazar, and of the family of Issachar, whom the Indians recognize as their